back to the QA show at Afrovibes TV. Here we have our new guest of the day. It's going to be Amadi. Amadi is a superstar in the making. He is an upcoming artist and also an amazing person
Thanks.
overall. So I do want Amadi to take the time out to introduce himself. I want to know, where did Amadi come from? Who is Amadi? Let's tell the folks who you're speaking to.
Yeah, so my name is Amadi. That's my real name and my stage name. Originally, I'm from St. Louis, Missouri. Born March 26. I lived there for about the first 14 years of my life before eventually moving down to Houston in 2008 when I started high school to stay with my dad. And just kind of been here ever since, just
Okay.
becoming somewhat of a St. Louian slash Houstonian. So.
Okay. Actually, my mom's husband is from St. Louis, so I actually used to go down there as a teenager a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, so he was from Missouri.
Yeah, similar.
Wait, St. Louis.
It's in Missouri.
Wait, okay, yeah.
Right on the Mississippi River across.
No, I'm not gonna lie, I just had a block over because I was thinking St. Louis was the state for a moment. I'm like, wait a minute, St. Louis is not the.
Hey, you can look at us, man. A lot of people might talk about like Kansas City and stuff like that, but everybody know like Missouri is St. Louis. Like,
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so that's dope. I used to go down there in the snow and all that. Okay, so since you've been here as a teenager, and now that you're growing up in Houston, are you coming on the scene in the nightlife, or what's your vibe?
My vibe is honestly more chill.
Okay.
I'm actually, now that I'm, putting my all in, honestly going after like the music scene, I plan to do more like nightlife, going out, just vibing, meeting people, trying to really like reintroduce the city back to who I am. But for the most part, man, I like to chill. I like anime. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I like the anime tattoos on me. Naruto and Dragon Ball Z are like two big shows that I really like growing up. So watching a bunch of other stuff, but
So were you doing DreamCon when I was here?
I did not. So unfortunately, I also work a lot right now because I'm trying to grind and stack paper so I can pursue my dreams. So a lot of times, like throughout my life, I'll be like, man, I know it's like a Comic-Con or something coming up, but then I'll forget about it. And then by the time I remember it, then
It's
it already
not
passed.
fast, yeah.
So someone was actually just telling me earlier today that there's another one coming up in like July. So
Okay, so
definitely
you
buy
should
those
definitely
tickets.
be prepared.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll buy those tickets ahead of
I
time.
went out for the first time with the DreamCon crew.
How'd you like it?
It was cool. It was different because I'm not an anime type of
For us?
So I just literally, I love different cultures or different settings and things like that, and I
Yeah.
just wanted to experience that side of things. It was
That's dope.
interesting, but it was cool.
I always like when people like are not really anime fans and then get introduced to it. I always like to see like how y'all feel about it.
Yeah.
Because I feel like there's anime for everyone. You just gotta find the one you like.
So the anime that I have experienced so far is very spiritual based. Like a lot of anime is very spiritual, but a lot of other things in there. They look nasty.
Oh, yeah. Little fan service. Some of them got a little fan service. I mean, some shows are more like they'll have more than others, but
Yeah.
when you watch it as much as I do, you kind of just get used to it.
Understood. Okay, so thank you for sharing that part of you. However, now, when I first spoke to you, so let me run down the story how me and him got introduced. I and the creative group have recently just did an artist showcase, and one of our judges slash artist was on the panel, and he sent me actually a few artists. And I am very picky when it comes to anything that's involved and connected in anything that we are doing, right? And so I said, okay, well, let me go check these guys out. One of them I was like, nope, don't like the sound, don't like the brand, don't like any of it. Nope. Then I immediately went to Amadi's page, and I'm like, okay, well, he doesn't have the pictures on a brand that I'm looking for, but something's telling me just go ahead and give him a try. Like, click on his music at the least, So as I continue to hear you speak, and I'm hearing you, I'm like, oh shit, he actually got something. So I'm like, okay, but he has something, but he's not branding himself correctly. So what is it? So then that's when I reached out, like, hey. And he told me, look, people have been telling me I need to pursue this, and you kind of like, been playing with it.
Yeah.
And now he's in the season of actually, taking it a little bit more serious.
Oh, for sure,
For sure.
100%.
100%.
I mean, even right now, just having this interview, like I've always like, daydreamed and been like, man, what would it be like to be in a position where like someone's interviewing me?
Wow.
So I'm the type of person where I like to listen to people. So what I'm saying, I've always kind of wondered like when the roles were reversed, how it would be. So it's kind of surreal just being in this moment right now, just being like, damn, I'm
You really
interviewed
here.
right now.
You really here. And I love that because that, as I said at the show, you're walking in the purpose of God. So when things just align like that and things just really work out, it's like you're in alignment. How can it not?
Yeah.
So with that being said, what made you heed to the call now? Like what is like now you're like, okay, let me take this serious.
I guess it was more just like trying to get over that mental block in me, the fears, always doubting myself kind of. So I wanted to, and just, life, getting older, not wanting to be 50, 60, 70 years old, looking back and like regret and be like, dang, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, why not just go after it? And then it's like also the why not part. You know what I'm saying? Like, who says that it can't happen for me? You know what I'm saying? Who says I can put my all into this? And then one day I'm in a position where I'm looking back 10, 15 years from now, I'm like,
all it took was that one. I am a big, big, big believer of the power of one. And to me, that could be the power of a day. That could be a power of a person, the power of a yes, a power of a no. A power of one is just, you never know what you're going to do with that. Get with that one opportunity, just like you took that chance. And I don't know, did you reach out to Kenny K or?
I did directly.
Shout out to Kenny K.
Oh yeah, for sure, my boy. I've been rocking with him for years. My boy, he tough. But yeah, he posted about it, and I was just like, bro, let's just try it. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's just. That's basically what happened from there. He's like, bro, I got you, bro. I was like, bet, say less. And in a way, I also wanted to make sure I did my best for my bro, 'cause, you know what I'm saying? And for you as well, for taking a chance on me. So I was like, let me just show out.
Yeah, you did. He definitely did. He definitely was the winner. For that to be your first performance, like I'm talking about the crowd, the judges, the workers there. Like we all like, what the fuck? Like we was not expecting that.
Yeah.
And I don't know if because we went from R&B to you, and it's like it changed the whole vibe. And we like, yo, like this man is going crazy, but it's like, you giving so much energy, you on the stage, you engaging with the crowd, you hands down. So you's a natural, and like you said, once that beat dropped, it's just like,
I'm not even gonna lie, it was like a superpower, bro. It was like literally once that bug dropped, I was like,
yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, I know exactly what to do.
Yeah, I was like, let's go.
You've been there before.
I feel like I have, but I feel like that. So it felt natural as hell. So that's why I'm like, I just want to keep it going.
Okay, that's what's up. So what is the purpose behind your music? Like, what is I like to believe that we should be working some type of purpose. So what you doing this for?
Like the overall goal?
Yes.
Past music or just music?
So I guess I want to know, what is the message behind your music? What is the purpose that you're trying to leave when you're speaking in a mic, when you're making these songs, when you're making these albums, when you're touching these people?
I guess I want people to like feel confident in themselves in a way. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all rap about music. I mean, not music, like, like getting money and, all that other stuff. But like a lot of times when I listen to songs, like I feel motivated. You know what I'm saying? I feel hungry, ambitious, like, you know what I'm saying? I think a lot of times rap gets a bad rep and I can understand with the lyrics and stuff like that, but I feel like that's more of the person you are. The type of person I am, I listen to a song with Key Glock or something like that, and I'm not thinking, oh man, let me go run up to somebody's house. I'm like, yo, let me go get some money.
No, for sure.
Like, let me go upgrade my life. Let me go, I want a new car. I want a bigger house. I want to, and they rap about stuff like take care of their families and stuff like that. So I'm like, man, I want my mom to have a nice crib. I want my mom, my pops. So when you listen to my stuff, man, I really want you to like make you like go and chase after your dreams, like 100%.
So you're making them more conscious, like aware in a way, like, 'cause I've heard your lyrics, and the things you speak is more like someone who's aware of their conscience.
Yeah, I am to a certain extent. And then I also just, like I said, just want you to have fun. Just turn up.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Just and let that energy guide you forward. You know, like, and you can use that with anything. Like, you got a big test coming up, man. Listen to my music and feel yourself like, man, I can do this. I can do this. Yeah, my bro got me hype. All right, I'm about to knock this test out. You know what I'm saying? Like, or you know what I'm saying? Maybe you trying to get a promotion. And you like before you go into work, you like, bro, my bro got me hyped up. I'm about to go in here and knock all this stuff out. So like, that's what I want people to do. I want to do.
So typically when people find that I'm a spiritual woman, they think I'm this, which sometimes I am, this love and this light, the sunflowers, the crystals, and all that, right? And that it's just Erica Badu or NDRE. But I like being a little drill sometimes because I understand that I can handle that frequency and I know how to transmute it into manifestations. Rather, I don't want to go take from nobody. I don't want to take nobody's body.
Yeah.
It's just like you said, you know how
It's
to
the
tap into
energy.
that vibration, be like, oh yeah, I'm about to turn up, I'm about to get some money, I'm about to, build my life that I truly want. So yeah.
That's really what it's about. So yeah, just having fun with it, man. Enjoying life too. So
Okay.
yeah.
So, what can we be expecting from you within the next month, maybe 6 months, 3 months? Are you working on something right now?
I mean, I have tons of stuff written. Right now, I'm just in the process of really just finding beats at the moment.
Okay.
And then, like I said, one of the things earlier when I talked about grinding is really, you know what I'm saying, stacking that paper so I can get into the studio. So I definitely got some stuff planned coming out very soon. I would say within the next month, 2 months,
Okay.
probably less than that, probably just
That's
less than a
good.
month.
You
So,
never know.
like I said, I'm really motivated right now. So,
Okay, that's what's up. And I love to hear that. I love that you're taking a chance on your dream and that you're getting out your own way,
Yeah.
getting out your head because now you are inspiring other people. Maybe your circle,
Yeah.
and they're about to see you like, oh shoot, like we was just with him.
Yeah.
We were just with him last year, and look where he at. And we know we have been telling them like, y'all really do it.
that's what I hope to happen. And then what I would do is give back. Like, bro, like, hey, bro, here, like some way to enhance somebody's life who helped me get to where I'm at.
Yeah, for sure. So, what was your first song like? Like, was your first song with AS2, or was your first song like?
I think my first song is on my SoundCloud that I rarely even use. I probably should start using it now that I'm trying to pursue this. But it was actually a beat that I made myself.
Okay, so you made beat.
Yeah, low key.
Okay, okay,
I'm working on it.
okay.
I got some beats on YouTube, I think. If not, then I'll probably delete them. But there's some on SoundCloud. But yeah, back then I thought that mug was hot. Like, I'm not gonna lie. And even now, it's funny, even now I listen to it, I'm like, the flow ain't what's up.
Yeah.
The beat ain't really all that. But I'm like, the energy though. Like
The energy,
I
right?
feel like the energy, like I was like, I'm still on that energy.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, and then that's your first baby.
Yeah.
Like everybody's song is their first baby, and it's like a damn like. 'Cause of course you're gonna continue to grow as an artist, as a person. So it's like, okay, you're gonna go back to that first song. It's like, what the hell was I even thinking? But that's what's up with you.
Yeah, you gotta. That's one thing about this. You gotta enjoy the growth. So you gotta want to be better every day and strive to get better every day. But then it's also good to actually be able to look back and like enjoy and be like, and poke fun at your stuff. Like, okay, all right, I see you. How I've gotten better from this, or I've gotten better from that. How my ear for music got better over time. So that's always good to look at.
How long you been doing beats?
In and out, honestly, like 10 years. There was a moment in time where I was making a lot of beats and this situation happened where my MacBook got broke.
Oh,
So,
damn.
yeah, my old one that had like a bunch of beats on there. And that kind of like derailed me for some time.
Yeah.
And then now I'm getting back on it right now. So
As you should, but I believe in perfect timing. I believe, well, not in perfect time, divine timing. I believe that things happen when they should.
yeah.
And had you really started pursuing this passion, maybe even a year ago, You wouldn't have met me.
True that. For sure.
And a lot of dope people that you're about to meet right now. I really do believe that.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I always believe everything happens for a reason. Like I said, I'm a naturally optimistic person. I've been like that since I was a kid. Even whenever I've gone through like, you know what I'm saying, like a drama or traumatic situation, like I've only stayed down for a little bit before I bounce right back up. Like, all right, well,
That's
you know what I'm saying? Like life goes on, let's get back to
so
it.
you're pretty strong minded. Like you're mentally.
Oh, hell yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. But
You have children?
I do not have
You
children.
don't have
Not
children.
yet. I want children, a lot of kids, but
How many kids?
depends, man, how rich I get, but like 4 to 6.
Yeah. Shout out to that mama.
4 to 6. You know what I'm saying? I would be an active father. So it
Yeah.
wouldn't be one of those things where my
Where
wife,
shit's on her. And...
oh hell no. Like I want to be there, taking them to school, you know, changing their diapers, helping them with homework, going to their recitals or, you know, sports programs, like first word, like yeah, I want to be there for all of that. So
Where was your first show you wanted to be at? I mean, technically that was your first show.
yeah.
Yeah. But where would you want, like, when you start doing your independent shows as far as like concerts and things like that, where would you want to be?
The first one, the very first one,
Yeah.
definitely St. Louis.
I knew it. I said, would you
Yeah.
take it back home?
Oh, for hell yeah.
So you still got like people there.
Not really.
Really?
Not actually. I mean, besides my family, but
Like, gang.
when I moved here was like right before all that technology started with like Twitter and Instagram like that. So when I moved, it was like that was it. Like I really cut ties with them. I found a couple of them on like Facebook and stuff like that, but I mean at this point it's
You're right.
still like 14. You know what I'm saying? So, but why I say I'm gonna go back to St. Louis is because I just fuck with my city so much.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I won't want my city to fuck with me. You know, so if
That's
I
where
can,
the foundation started.
exactly. So if I can build a fan base there and really get my city like really knowing who I am again and fucking with me, hell yeah, for sure.
I want to see how we can make that happen. So I would love to see that for you, from you. And this is where we'll go ahead and take our commercial break. But we will be right back with Amadi and Queenie Ashe on the QA show at Afrovibes TV. Welcome back to the QA show where we educate, elevate, and heal together at Afrovibes TV. We're back with Amadi and Queenie Ashe. All right, so this is my favorite part of the show. This is where we heal together, where we check in on a mental. Yeah, we could do all that. Meditate a little.
Meditate.
So this is where we get a little deep
All right.
and personal as far as you're going to go. Now, I would like to know where are you in life, 1 through 10, on a mental note?
1 through 10, I'll probably say a 7.5.
7.5.
Solid 7.5.
Okay, not too bad. It's about 2.5 away. Okay, but why a 7.5?
7.5 because I feel like over the last couple of years I've been like making strides to really work on my mental health and like how I feel about myself and how I perceive like the outside world. And I feel like a lot of the stuff I've gotten through, I want to say over, but I've gotten through. There's still some things that I'm just working my way through. So that's why I give myself a 7.5. Like I said, I'm a naturally optimistic person, so I don't feel like the stuff that's left that I have to work through is anything that's going to like stop me or deter me.
Right.
But it's definitely something that I feel like in order for me to get to the next level, like I have to be able to get past.
Right. Okay. But you actually sit in that, like you actually feel what you're going through, or are you a person that runs from the feeling?
Oh, hell no, I sit through it. I had an ex of mine who used to go through therapy, and one of the things I remember she telling me about like her therapy session is like her therapist telling her that she needs to like sit through her shit. So when she told me that, I was like, yeah, bro, like you can't really run from stuff. Like,
Yeah, because I mean, we can run all we want, but it's gonna be a time where when we run,
you don't run forever.
yeah, it's gonna cry. You're gonna be on the ground crying.
It's gonna run forever. And it's like the snowball effect. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like if you can find a way to stop and stop that snowball somewhere at the top or even at the middle. You know what I'm saying? It's
Right.
gonna be a lot.
Yeah.
What I'm saying, but you're gonna have a lot less that you have to work with. But you just keep running down the hill, and that motherfucker just keep getting bigger and bigger.
Bigger. You got lots to go through.
Yeah, when you turn around, of course it's gonna be scary to look at because you've been running for so long. So
I love that analogy.
yeah, you just gotta stop. You just gotta stop that up.
Hey, I'm gonna catch it at the tip of it.
Hey.
Come on, look, just a little snowflake. Cause
Yeah.
what?
And that's what it is about training your mind to be able to do that.
Yeah,
So
for sure. Okay, so why do you think you used to doubt yourself a lot? Like, was it the insecurity within self in a sense?
yeah, I think growing up, I think naturally, like when I was younger, for some odd reason, I had a lot of confidence in myself and I like more knew who I was. But I think like growing up, uh, I just don't think the environments I was in at a younger age really like instilled deeper confidence in me. So I've always had like internal battles with myself with the way the outside world around me when I was younger would have me perceive myself, whether that was when I was in St. Louis growing up feeling like I was like not strong enough to protect myself,
Yeah.
or like when I moved down here, the environments made me feel like I wasn't smart or capable of like really doing anything to better myself. You know what I'm saying? So just fighting those battles and getting to where I am today, like I said, reaching out to Keenan and talking to you and then out here, like it's kind of showing me like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
You've been doing some work.
yeah.
Yeah,
Thanks.
yeah, for sure. And that's a really brave move to just be like, look, I know that I doubted or I was scared in the past, but in this season right here, you taking on all your fears, face head on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got to. I mean, another big part of that is my grandma passed away like right before COVID started. So she was definitely like, you know, one of those rocks, one of those pillars of my life. But like you, I'm spiritual, very, very, very much so. So it's like I feel her all around. Like she may be gone physically, but she's not
He's
gone.
definitely around.
Oh yeah, not at all. I feel her, and it's crazy too because I've never told anyone this, so this is one of those exclusives for you. But I only met my grandpa, my dad's dad, like once in my life when I was a kid. But for some odd reason, like I've since I would say like a couple of years ago, like 5 or 6 years ago, kind of like the same time around like when my grandma passed. Yeah, like it's like I started feeling his presence too for some odd reason. Like it's like
He was contacting you?
I don't know if he's just contacting me or he's just like watching over me. I feel like it's more just watching over me.
Okay,
Like
he's just like he's just letting you know, like, look, I'm here too. Like,
no, facts. Like for like dead ass, like there's something in me where it feels like he's just like I like you. Like
yeah.
and my grandpa was so he kind of like some kind of gangster G, like when he was alive. So
So that's just in your blood.
a little bit.
See, I can feel it though. I don't feel no like and I can see and I can feel people their real selves.
Yeah.
Like even if somebody was come trying to mask some shit, I can see them.
Yeah.
And you feel very gangster like. Like, and I know maybe the other world won't say it, but you feel like the energy wise, like it's
Yeah. I think it's like I said, it's growing up in St. Louis. Like I said, my grandpa was just from what the stories I've heard of my family say, like he was real, like he owned a club slash restaurant back in St. Louis we called it the Gold Coast. And then apparently like owned a bunch of like buildings on the same street as his. So like I've heard stories about, you know, his work ethic and the way he was and stuff like that. So just in our bloodline, like I tell people, like we ain't no hope. Like we not scared for sure. Like we don't. I'm not gonna say we. I'm speaking for myself. I'm not gonna like be in someone's face, but it's more like if you need to, then I can.
it's like like I don't want to, but
I'd rather
what you want to do?
No, for sure. I'd rather be peaceful.
Yeah.
I'd rather kick back, joke.
We got the love over here.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But we know.
Oh yeah, no, not at all. If I need to, definitely. This smile go away.
So was because you have a cleaning business, right? What's your cleaning business called?
Basically it's just Amadi cleaning services.
Amadi everything, man.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. Do you ever find out what your name represents?
I think I looked it up like on Google when I was younger a while ago, and it was like African and Arabic. I think I think Arabic was like it said I think one like a follower of Muhammad, one deserving of many praise. And then African for sure, because I get a lot of like Nigerians that ask me about my name. And then I tell them I'm just from here, that my mama likes it. And
Mm-hmm.
they'll be like, yeah, your name is like, was like Igbo. And then they'll tell me
Equal?
like Igbo,
Equal?
Igbo,
Oh yeah.
Igbo.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll tell me like it's like they tell me it's like a family name, first of all. It's like a last name. But they'll be like it's like for like strong or courageous.
See, that's how I feel around you. Like I feel a very strong presence, not like no weak ass man.
So,
They're very strong. But okay, so was cleaning a form of meditation for you? Like do you actually just love cleaning or was that just like shit, I'm gonna just do the cleaning business because
no, honestly, my dad might get mad at this, but it is what it is. But when I was in high school, he used to treat me like Cinderella, like dead ass.
Really?
Like I used to have to clean everything.
Me too
Like,
though.
oh yeah, but I hated it. I hated it. I hated it. And when I lived with my mom, like I used to just have to clean my room, clean the kitchen. You know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't like no slob or nothing.
Right.
But with him, it was like literally kitchen, his room, bathroom,
His room. Yeah, it is.
fold the clothes, like his clothes look like yeah, it was crazy. So when I got older, to be honest, like there was a situation where I was just like, man, like I know people don't like to clean. And I was in this restaurant one time. It's actually my dad and his partner's restaurant, and he was complaining about the cleaning. And I was like, man, all that cleaning I was doing, I could probably clean this.
Mm.
And I told him that, and he was like, oh, you serious? I was like, probably. And that's kind of how I started. And then since then, I've just found other clients cleaning their Airbnbs. And
Okay, so you do more like business, like as far as commercial type
yeah,
of
I
cleaning?
mean, commercial and personal, like if you got Airbnbs or if it's your own place,
Okay.
definitely for sure. Um, I'm finding more clients, so once I do that, I'll definitely be hiring more people. So, yeah,
Amadi's cleaning services, right?
yeah,
Amadi cleaning services.
make that mud sparkle, man. Smell good. So,
So, with that being said, now that you're getting to a place of not doubting yourself anymore and you becoming this, you've really been working on your third chakra. That's what it's been.
that's what it is.
Yeah. Because you like, you and your sacral, because you are now being more creative and you're tapping into that creativity, but you also tapping into that throat because you are speaking your truth.
Gotcha.
Yes. You know about your chakras?
I mean, yeah, I know about chakras in Naruto, but it's an anime, but not like real life chakras. I've heard of it for sure, but
Okay, well,
it's like one of your third eyes. That one.
yeah, third eye, that's connected to your intuition.
Yeah, I definitely heard about that.
You want to hear all seven of them real
Yeah,
quick?
go ahead.
Real quick.
It might be.
Alrighty, so we have 7 chakras, and well, we have 15. We have more than 7, but our main 7 is going to be like for the earthly realm, the 3D physical. So we have the first one is going to be the root chakra. It is connected to red, but it's going to be speaking about that's your favorite color. That is speaking of basically your security, your stability, your finances, and things like that. So this will be a way that you know that your root chakra may be blocked if you're worried about money. So you're in a lack mindset, and you don't feel safe in your environment. You always feel scared or paranoid. So those are some ways that you can kind of feel like, okay, well, you need to work on your root chakra.
Yeah,
And how we do that, we do a lot of grounding. That's when we go put our feet in the earth so we can feel safe.
heard about that.
Yeah. So then you have your sacral, and your sacral is connected to creativity, and it's the orange, the color orange. And the way that you know that your sacral chakra may be blocked is when you can't tap into that, like formally writing, and can't get some ideas going and flowing. And it's also connected to your sexuality. So like when your libido just not there, or you just don't want to have sex and you don't know why, and maybe your sacral chakra may be blocked or imbalanced. And then you have your solar. That is connected to how you feel about yourself. So self-expression. That's where that self-esteem. So low self-esteem, not really feeling good on who you are or about the world and things like that. You can feel imbalanced when you just don't feel good about yourself.
Gotcha.
And then you have your heart chakra, which is green. And that's when you love yourself, you love others freely. You trust too. Trust is the big one. You trust yourself, you trust other people. When that's in black or imbalance, just be like, I don't trust nobody. That's what I love that. And then you have your throat chakra, which is blue. That's freedom. You're expressing yourself. When it's imbalance or in block, you're just scared to speak up. And you're not saying the things that you should be saying.
Gotcha.
Third eye, just said it, connected to your intuition, and then your crown is going to be connected to, third eye, yeah, intuition, and then crown is connected to the divine.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's when you like really, work on it.
You know some game.
Yeah. So that can be like some ways that you help yourself tap into your creativity more too.
I'm all for it.
Or as a person as a whole.
I like to meditate, so
You
I'm
meditate?
pretty sure that's for sure. I like to do like 10 minutes in the morning. That's how we get out of bed.
Every rising you do a 10-minute.
Not every, but
Okay, so what does that look like? Do you have the sounds on, or are you like just outside?
I am literally just waking up and being like, okay, let's meditate for 10 minutes.
Okay.
Literally, just
You
laying in
gonna
my
be out-
bed.
Okay.
Just laying in my bed. One of the things that Headspace or something like that,
Mhm.
told me about just letting your thoughts pass through instead of just dwelling on them. So I just literally lay there for 10 minutes, no sound. I don't really try to focus on my thoughts. I just let them pass through, focus on my breathing.
I love that.
And then, when I wake up, or not when I wake up, but when I open up my eyes, I'm like,
Let's just get this
Yeah.
day started. Yeah.
Sure.
So you don't even touch your phone or anything. You just focus on you completely for the first 10 minutes of your day.
mhm.
I think that is very good way to start your day.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah. Alrighty, Amadi. It was so amazing to have you today at the QA show at Afrovibes TV. I would
Thank you.
love to see you soon, but I think I'm gonna keep it in later down the line because we're gonna have some progression work. We're gonna see where you at in maybe in 6 months.
Oh yeah, for sure. Hopefully, I'm past where I want to be. So that's always
You will be.
that's the goal.
Can you tell the folks where they can find you?
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram at the only Amadi. I'm definitely on Apple Music, YouTube, Spotify. I think that's Apple. Yeah, definitely on there. You can just search Amadi. I can give you a song. You just search Night Ride. So Amadi, and then put in Night Ride, and that should bring me up directly. So
That's your favorite song? What's your favorite song by yourself?
by myself,
Yeah.
it's actually a song that's called For Fun. It's actually one I didn't perform at the showcase, but
Okay, so tap into For Fun and Night
Ride.
Ride. All right. See y'all next time.